Thank you, everyone. We're ready. Thank you, everyone, for joining. This is the live weigh-ins, just over 24 hours to go. I'm here with Michael Hennessy Jr. We're going to have everyone obviously coming up, weighing in live on Hennessy Sports YouTube channel. Michael, not fighting this weekend, tomorrow night, but it's exciting to have you here as a promoter / presenter.
Yeah, I'm gutted that I'm not fighting, but you know, it's a tremendous card and I'm really looking forward to sitting back and watching for a change.
Yeah, definitely. It's in Crystal Palace, South London. Isaac Chamberlain's home. Obviously, he's headlining this fight. It's going to be great for the IBF International belt at cruiserweight against Prazovich. First up, we're going to have Nathan Mize on 2-0. Mr. Excitement at welterweight. Do you know much about him, Michael?
Yeah, I have. I've seen a few bits of Nathan. Very exciting fighter, as his nickname suggests, Mr. Excitement. Seen him throw a few backflips in there as well. Yeah. Got a great stoppage last time out, so I'm expecting fireworks from him.
And a big show, a big platform on Channel 5, on Hennessy Sports, on the YouTube channel. Kicking off at 6 p.m, obviously, with yourself and Tommy not being able to fight, and Brett as well. It's going to be kicking off at 6, but it's live and free as always. You guys know this by now, but yeah, a big platform for Nathan.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, this is their chance to impress. They're on the big stage, Channel 5, big cards, lots of great fighters on, so they'll be looking to take their opportunity and impress for sure.
All right, without further ado, we'll hand over to our MC, Paul Booth, to get the first two guys weighed in.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the official weigh-in ahead of tomorrow evening's Friday fight night from the National Sports Centre, Crystal Palace, South London, brought to you by Hennessy Sports. It's our final live and free fight night of 2021. Pack card as well. We've got 8 fights on the card, including 3 title bouts as well, all leading to the main event of the evening, which is an IBF International Cruiserweight title contest featuring Isaac Chamberlain and Prazovich. Also on the card as well, a number of UK boxers, some boxers travelling as well from Ghana, Mexico, Spain, Nicaragua, Italy and Bulgaria, and a stacked card. Also featuring as well the Hennessy All-Stars, who are Kingsley Benjamin, Idris Virgo, Alfie, Clegg, Naylor Ball and Nathan Mize. So this is the official weigh-in, wherever you are joining us. Good afternoon and welcome from the Hilton Hotel here in Croydon. First bout to weigh in this afternoon is a scheduled 4-round contest. Firstly, to make his way to the scales, would you please welcome from Sofia, Bulgaria, Petar Alexandrov. Petar is 24 years old. He made his debut in March 2015, last out in the ring on the 6th of November. 3 career victories, including 2 finishing inside the scheduled distance. The weigh-in this afternoon overseen by representatives from the British Boxing Board of Control. They are Dennis Gilmartin and Nigel Thomas. The official weight for Petar Alexandrov is 147 pounds even. 147 even, the official weight for Petar Alexandrov. Now to make his way to the scales, boxes out of Tadworth, Surrey, Nathan Mize. Nathan enters the ring as Mr. Excitement. Takes into the ring tomorrow evening as well, a perfect professional fight record. 2 fights, 2 bouts, 1 going inside the scheduled distance. The 21-year-old made his debut in the boxing ring as a professional August this year. He was last out on the 5th of November, where fireworks certainly flew in a round 1 KO over Jan Prokes. The official weight for Nathan Mize is 145 pounds even. 145 even, the official weight for Nathan Mize. We'll now ask both boxers to make their way to the photography position for the final face-off.
No one fist up this way, please, guys. Other fist, please. That's perfect.
Nathan and Petar open the show tomorrow evening. First bout on the card, a scheduled 4-round contest. Great boxing respect as well, shown between Petar Alexandrov and Nathan Mize. Second bout then to weigh in this afternoon. Once again, a 4-round contest. Firstly, to make his way to the scales, boxing out of Birmingham, England, introducing Josh Anderson. Tomorrow evening, the young 21-year-old makes his 3rd appearance in the ring as a professional boxer. The official weight for Josh Anderson is 124 pounds even. 124 even, the official weight for Josh Anderson. Now to make his way to the scales, he boxes out of Guildford, Surrey. It's classy, Alfie, Clegg. He enters the ring tomorrow as a junior ABA champion previously. Now as a professional boxer, 1 fight, 1 victory, 22 years old, from Guildford, Surrey. He's an ambassador for the Anti-Knife UK charity, and he has a perfect professional fight record. His weight is 117 pounds 6 ounces for tomorrow's contest. Alfie, Clegg. Both boxers will now take the position as the photographers have their final pictures in the face-off net.
One fist up this way.
Go on, Alfie.
In the ring tomorrow, a scheduled 4-round contest. Birmingham's Josh Anderson, Surrey's Alfie Clegg. Next bout to weigh in this afternoon, we move on to the heavyweights. Firstly, to make his way to the scales, boxing out of Roma, Lazio, Italy, Andrea Thunder Pesce. Seven victories, including 2 going inside the scheduled distance. His weight, 256 pounds even. 256 even. The official weight for Andrea Pesce. Now to make his way to the scales, he was a national youth champion in the amateurs from Ivor, Buckinghamshire, Naylor Paul. Naylor also has 7 victories as a professional, 2 going inside the scheduled distance. The 24-year-old standing 6'5" tall, last out in the ring with a round 1 TKO over Sean Duffy. His official weight is 259 3/4 pounds. 259 3/4 the official weight for Naylor Paul. In the ring tomorrow, scheduled 4-rounder in the heavyweight division, Andrea Pesce and Naylor Paul.
Alright, the first 6 fighters have weighed in. First 3 fights are on super flyweight, welterweight and a heavyweight fight for you there. Let's move up to the main event quickly. Cruiserweight action, IBF, cruiserweight belt on the line. Isaac Chamberlain's got a real tough test on his hands, but it's a real exciting fight.
Absolutely, it's a great test for Isaac. You know, Prazovich only been beat 1 time by a Coley, same as Isaac's only defeat. So I imagine the winner of this will be looking to chase after that rematch shortly after.
Definitely, the IBF champion is Maris Breeders. We know he's a serious champion, and people in this division are going to be looking for him. Isaac especially, I know he will be with a good performance. But all that matters is tomorrow night. So that's the most important thing. I think for Isaac, he's not taking anything for granted, and tomorrow's the main thing for him. He's not looking past it.
Absolutely not. Yeah, he'll be fully focused on this fight. Dylan Prazovich is an exceptional fighter, and he can't look past him. You know, I know Isaac. he's prepared 1,000,000%. He's left no stone unturned. And tomorrow night's his coming out party. He's going to really, really surprise a lot of people and announce himself on the world stage in the cruiserweight division.
It's good to have a belt on the line as well.
Absolutely. Strap season. You know, I'll be taking a few pictures with that afterwards. You know.
Next up, we are going to have for you Nader. Ball has just finished. It means Idris Virgo is going to be next to one, the only.
The one, the only.
Over to Paul Booth for the one and only Mr. Love Island.
Now we move on to the next bout to weigh in this afternoon. This is a scheduled 8-round contest. Firstly, to make his way to the scales from Spain, Adam Trinado. Adam has 6 career victories, 2 defeats on his record, 24 years old. Tomorrow evening will be the first time he fights in the UK. Made his debut March 2019. He was last in the ring August earlier this year with a points victory. He boxes out of Castilla-La Mancha in Spain. It's Adam El Tornado Trinado. His official weight for the bout is recorded at 174 3/4 pounds. 174 3/4 pounds, the official weight for Adam Trinado. Next to make his way to the scales, here he is, the one, the only, the body breaker from Birmingham, Idris Virgo. He enters the ring tomorrow evening as an undefeated professional boxer. 11 career victories. The 28-year-old made his debut March 2018. He was last out on Channel 5, November the 13th, with a points victory over Gregory Trinell. The body breaker weighs in at 174 pounds even. 174 even for the one, the only body breaker from Birmingham, Idris Virgo.
One fist up now this way, guys. Idris, one fist up this way, mate. Looking this way, that's it. Looking at me.
A scheduled 8-round contest. Adam Trinado and Idris Virgo.
We're going to have Casey Benjamin and Winston Campos coming up to the scales. This one for me is fight of the night. Winston Campos, been in there with Josh Taylor. Josh Kelly went the distance with Josh Kelly. Landon and Ice eye cut, a cut above the eye for Winston Campos. This is probably one of the biggest tests he's got at super lightweight as well. Casey Benjamin is looking good.
Absolutely, you know, Casey looked incredible in his light welterweight debut last time out. He's after all the big dogs in the division. He's already been calling out Sam Maxwell for the British title, British and Commonwealth, so he'll be looking to put on a performance and make a statement tomorrow against a very, very good opponent.
Yeah, Sam Maxwell I'm sure will be watching. It's important for the likes of Sam Maxwell to check out that fight that's going to happen and be aware of how Casey could line up, because it's a very potential fight.
Absolutely, you know, I know Casey would love that fight now, so Sam Maxwell, you know, he'll be well aware of Casey after his last performance at light welter, you know, so I'm sure he'll be watching again.
But can't stress enough, the only thing that matters is tomorrow, because that's when he's got to put on that big performance. But Winston Campos isn't here to mess about. To the scales then, thank you. Paul Booth, we'll hand back over to you.
Next 2 boxers to make their way to the scales this afternoon. Tomorrow evening face a scheduled 8-round contest. First boxer, introducing from Nicaragua, Winston Campos. Winston has 33 career victories, including 19 finishing inside the scheduled distance. 29-year-old enters the ring as a former WBA Federación Super Lightweight Champion, former Nicaraguan Lightweight Champion, and former WBC Silver Super Lightweight Challenger. Winston's weight for tomorrow's contest is 153 pounds even. 153 even, the official weight for Winston Campos. Now to make his way to the scales from Birmingham, England, Casey Benjamin. The 26-year-old from Birmingham, former Midlands area welterweight champion. Casey's official weight for the contest, 143 3/4 pounds. The official weight for Casey Benjamin. Both of the boxers will now have their photos taken and face off for the final time ahead of their contest tomorrow evening.
Winston.
Great opponent from Mexico. Only one loss on his record in his debut, actually similar to Juan Manuel Marquez.
In the ring tomorrow evening,
he gave off a very good aura at the press conference as well. He means business over here, but I know what Aaron's capable of. He's a special fighter, so I'm excited for this one.
And that belt, we can see it just over there. It'll be going on the scales. He's on that belt. It's nice. And as I say, he wants to put on an impressive performance, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful belt, and no doubt after he picks this one up tomorrow night, he'll be looking to get the real thing, the real deal, not too long after.
For him and his brother, like, what a dream this is to be fighting for you 4 times on the same card.
Absolutely, I don't know if it's ever been done in history. I know, their luggage is going to be pretty heavy on the way back if all goes well tomorrow night.
And this exact one, Canelo, he's had this title. It's not a joke to be able to have this at a young age. It only puts you in good stead for later on in your career.
Absolutely, it's a very prestigious title. Some of the best names in boxing have had it, and it's one of them. You're going to have a tough fight to win it, and they both have tough fights for their youth belts tomorrow night. But I'm very confident they're both going to come through.
Well, here's your chance to hold it, not for good, for the winner of this fight, Aaron McKenna.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be great. Back over to Paul Biff.
First of our title fights now to take to the scales. This one is a scheduled 8-round contest. It is for the vacant WBC Youth World Middleweight title. First boxer to make his way to the scales from Mexico, Carlos Gallego. Carlos boxes out of Sonora, Mexico. The 24-year-old made his debut in the ring November 2018. He was last out with a TKO victory September earlier this year. 9 fights, 8 victories, 6 going inside the scheduled distance. He scales this afternoon 163 3/4 pounds, the official weight for Carlos Gallego. And now to make his way to the scales from Monaghan, Ireland, the silencer, the exciting talent of Aaron McKenna. Multiple Irish champion in the amateurs, the 22-year-old made his debut in 2017. 10 fights in the USA. He boxes out of Monaghan, Ireland. The silencer, Aaron McKenna, weighs in at 159 3/4 pounds. 159 3/4 pounds. For the silencer, Aaron McKenna. 13 career victories he has. 7 KOs. None of his KOs going beyond round 3. Time now then for the final face-off. Next time in the ring. They'll face each other tomorrow evening with an 8-round contest ahead of them,
This way, guys.
with the WBC belt on the line.
Look this way, mate. Aaron, look this way. Someone look this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos Gallego and Aaron McKenna.
Well done. Well done, well done, well done, well done, chap. Well done.
The main event, this is it, Chamberlain and Prazovich. Talk to us about this main event, Michael. It's something special, 10:30 PM, live and free as always, but specifically for Isaac, as we mentioned a moment ago, this is probably the biggest fight in terms of what it means for his career.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, hopefully he'll be able to get in the #1 contender spot for Marius Bradis after this. Sets up a massive fight for him next year, so there's a lot riding on this, and both are going to give it their all for sure.
Yeah, I know he's really excited. Obviously, with some time out with a shoulder injury as well. This is a long time coming for him.
Definitely. You know, he's had to go through a hell of a lot in his career, but you know, this will all be worth it tomorrow night. You know, he's more than ready for this, and he's gonna really impress tomorrow night.
I think if we guaranteed anything, I'm not just saying this, it probably is a knockout. Prazovich has had 15 wins, 12 of them coming by KO, and then Isaac's last 3 fights have been stoppages. So
yes, it's looking like it's going to be an exciting fight. Looks like it'll be a knockout one way or the other, but I'm backing my man Isaac. But like I said, this is a serious competitor, and we can't look past him.
we cannot deny there's a lot of pressure on Isaac's shoulders as well, because he's expected to win, and without a doubt that's not the case.
Oh no, definitely not. I've saw somewhere that he was the underdog in the box record or something or other. So, you know, this is a very competitive fight, and one that we can't look past. No one can look past, and he needs to impress. He needs to put on a performance tomorrow night to get the job done.
Someone at world level, and that's all that matters tomorrow night. So without further ado, over to Paul Boat, booth the MC. Thank you very much.
Time now for the official weigh-in of the bouts, which is the main event of the evening on Friday Night Fight Night, live and free on Channel 5, brought to you by Hennessy Sports. So scheduled 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant IBF International Cruiserweight title. First boxer to make his way to the scales, from Montenegro, Dylan Prazovich. 15 career victories, 12 going inside the scheduled distance. Stands in the ring tomorrow evening as a former WBO Youth Cruiserweight Champion and former WBO Cruiserweight World Title Challenger. He boxes out of Clegg, Novi Montenegro. The official weight for Dylan Prazovich is 200 pounds even. 200 pounds even, the official weight for Dylan Prazovich. Now, to make his way to the scales, boxing out of Brixton, London, it's Isaac Chamberlain. Isaac has 13 career victories. 7 of those 13 going inside the scheduled distance. He stands in the ring tomorrow evening as a former Southern Area Cruiserweight Champion and a former WBA Continental Cruiserweight Title Challenger. He boxes out of Brixton, London. The official weight for Isaac Chamberlain is 199.5 pounds. The official weight for Isaac
Get your hands
Chamberlain.
up, Isaac. Security could clear these people from the back.
And now time for the face-off.
One fist up this way first.
Next time, these two boxers see each other eye to eye. They'll have a scheduled 12-round contest ahead of them for the vacant IBF International Cruiserweight title. Dylan Prazovich and Isaac Chamberlain.
Nice. Keeping it warm for you, bro.
All right, both men look
That's it.
extremely focused in that one.
You're not
Only
allowed
one
to
more
touch
to
it
go.
yet.
It's Stevie McKenna, and he's fighting Abdul Aziz Corte,
What's
a man
up?
with 19 wins to his name, and 18 of those coming by knockout, Michael. Stevie's got a tough night on his hands, and I know he's going to be up for it.
Absolutely, this is another great step up for Stevie. You know, one he's definitely not afraid of. He's calling out all the big guns in the division. He wants all the smoke, and no doubt he's going to handle business well tomorrow night.
Yeah, you're about to go up there and present the belt as well, IBF Youth World title. It's crazy that they're at this level. And like I say, people who are world champions now hold these types of belts.
Exactly, it's very exciting, you know, and no doubt these two are going to follow in their footsteps for sure. They're incredible fighters. They got everything: the talent, the skill, the will, and they're nailed on. They're nailed on world champions and future superstars, but they can't look past tomorrow night because they're both in real tough fights, and I know they're all business right now.
And we can say it because we're not them and we're not talking to them, but they've been working for this type of moment since they were very young. They've been fighting. Their dad's obviously their trainer and coach and mentor since they were about 5 years old. So this is huge for them. This is as big as it gets for this in this exact moment. They can't get any bigger.
Absolutely, it's the biggest moment of their career, their pro career anyway. I know they boxed and won a lot of competitions in the amateurs, world championships, etc. But this is the biggest fight on the big pro stage.
Yeah.
They'll be looking to impress, and yeah, they're more than ready. They've been, like you said, they've been preparing for this their entire life, and no doubt they're both going to put on an explosive performance tomorrow night.
Without further ado, back over to Pool Booth.
Let's go.
Time now for the weigh-in of a scheduled 10-round contest. This bout for the vacant IBF Youth Welterweight Championship. Firstly, to make his way to the scales from Accra, Ghana, Abdul Aziz Corte.
You need to say thank you and tune in on Channel 5 tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So, talk about the card and then wrap it up.
Yeah.
Where is Stevie's opponent? Oh, is this in here? Looks tiny. How's he stone over?
Oh, it's not fun. I don't know if he's like not made weight or something. They said apparently it was just
Hi, mate.
Abdul boxes out of Accra, Ghana. Made his debut as a professional boxer in
I'm going to talk about Winston Campos and then you go from there.
He was last out in the ring with a second round TKO. Has 19 career victories, including 18 going inside the scheduled
All right.
distance.
Fight of the night picks. Now we've seen everyone weigh in. For me, it's Winston Campos and it's Casey Benjamin. We know Winston Campos, a Nicaraguan. you know, fellow Nicaraguan is Roman Gonzalez Chocolatito. If he fights anything like that, then we're in for a fight of the night for sure.
Absolutely, you know, the crowd are in for a big treat, and all the viewers at home. You know, me personally, I'm torn between the 3 main event fights, the two McKenna brothers and Isaac. That's the tremendous fact about Casey's one. I'm really torn, to be honest with you. We're all in for a great treat of it.
Yeah, I think Naylor Ball, if we're talking about people to look out for, then Naylor Ball, heavyweight action never disappoints. We don't have Tommy Welch, we usually do. Back to Paul Booth, thank you very much for joining us once again.
Thank you.
The 24-year-old is 9 going inside the scheduled distance, with 6 of the 9 going inside round 1. The official weight for Stevie McKenna is 146 3/4 pounds. 146 3/4 pounds, the official weight of Stevie McKenna. Both boxers will now take their positions for the photos. A scheduled turnaround contest tomorrow evening for the vacant IBF Youth Welterweight Championship. Abdul Aziz Quarte and Stevie McKenna.